Hello, everybody. It's been long time. Um, let's jump right in. And so today, let's talk about diversity. Um, so we'll just like before, we'll talk about diversity on the physical level and then diversity on the metaphysical level. Okay. Uh, phy- uh, Physical level. So according to Bible, God created all different kinds of animals. That's in the beginning part of the Genesis, the book of Genesis. Well, yeah, that's the starting point. Because humanology loves Bible a lot. Okay. In the beginning, God, there was nothing, right? If you read the book, the very first part of the Bible, um, it's just empty universe. Bible never talks about the creation of space and time itself, but philosophically, probably God created time and space itself. Okay, did God create the concept of existence? That's we talked about this a while ago. What are some bridges between conceptual bridges between human being, human understanding, and God? Um, and there are things that our human comprehension has some limit. Uh, and I think that we talked about four things or three things: concept of creation, concept of existence, concept of transcendentalness, transcendentality, whatever. What's the noun form of that? And what else? So can God create? Did God create the concept of creation itself? Okay, so it's kind of like a Cartesian concept. The French philosopher Rene Descartes. He wrote this classic about the method, discourse on the method, something like that. I'm not sure what English translation of that title is. Yeah, Rene Descartes. Okay. He talked about like cogito ergo sum, something like I think therefore I exist, something like that. So he's famous for this deductive logical reasoning about theology, uh, I guess ontology or epistemology, whatever, right? So we are gonna do something like that, okay? We did it before. Let's just do it again to give you some different perspective. Um, so yeah, because going back to this creation of the world, God created, according to Bible, okay, God created stars, planets. Okay, in the beginning there was nothing. Okay, it was just there was just God. Okay, and then He created let there be light. All right, then He created light, And did he create darkness? Did he create non-existence? The concept of non-existence. Did he also create that? Okay. Or did he even create the concept of creation itself? Is it possible? So that's where our human comprehension meets this wall, where we cannot go beyond that concept. If God created the concept of creation itself, what's before then? Can we imagine something? Can we imagine a world without the concept of creation itself? Okay, then if there is no such a thing as the concept of creation, how can he create the concept of creation itself, right? So yeah, that's one of the bridge between human being and God. We humans, we cannot go beyond this concept of creation. It's like our upper limit of comprehension about God. Okay. How about existence? Can God? Can we imagine that God created the concept of existence? Okay. Well, if there is no such a, if God created the concept of existence, then what was there before he created the concept of existence? Well, he had to exist in order to in order to create the concept of existence, right? Yeah. So another elemental concept, okay. And then transcendentality, okay. If God created animals, plants, planets, whatever, yeah, he's beyond that concept. He's transcendental to that concept, okay. And but did God created the concept of transcendentality itself? Is he beyond that concept? Maybe not. Okay, so yeah, there is some metaphysical, intellectual entertainment kind of discussion. All right, maybe you find some more on your own. What are the human upper limit of comprehension about God? Okay, it's brain teaser, brain exercise. Okay, so it's not that serious. All right, it's like theological uh, thinking. Okay, celebration. Now, let's get down to earth a little bit more than this purely metaphysical consideration. So God created the let there be light. Okay, so all right, what's the world before the God's creation of light? It's just pure darkness. Okay, I love darkness. Okay, like if you have you ever went into the forest at night? Maybe if you have went on camping, I guess, right? Because long time ago, when I was in the army, yeah, I tried to be a special forces. Okay, so I went to this 3 weeks in hell selection course in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Yeah, it was great fun, a lot of fun. It's just it was 3 weeks, and I dropped out after 2 weeks because it was too much for me. Okay, I was so yeah, I gave up. All right, it was too much. Okay, so just like I dropped out of PhD program in an Ivy League school after 2 years because it was just too much. Okay, I couldn't handle it. All right. I'm more of a creative kind of person, meaning if you're creative, you're kind of lazy sometimes. All right. You don't work all the time. You have some playtime, leisure. You're not a workaholic if you're a creative individual. And also, I'm more like a rebellious kind of person. I like new ideas. So that's one part where I'm very liberal. I'm open minded and I like new things. Okay, half of me is very liberal. Um, so yeah, I love darkness. So I went to I also before I went to that special forces selection course. I prepared on my own, probably for a month, 2 months. I also trained with other guys who wanna be a special forces too. Okay, so when I was training on my own, um, I would go to there's this night individual night land navigation. Okay, you go into the forest by yourself. Okay, with compass, with flashlights, MRE, meals ready to eat. It's a portable food, durable food, camelback full of water and MRE and in full uniform, army uniform, combat uniform, ACU army combat uniform, and this backpack, you know, uh, rucksack is like 50 pounds. Okay, so uh, it was fun, dude. It was individual night land navigation. So I was stationed in Fort Hood, Texas. I love Fort Hood, Texas. Clean Texas, fantastic town. People don't like uh, Fort Hood very much, but I loved it. I love Clean Texas. Okay, beautiful town. I loved it. Okay, so I love Texas. Texas landscape, dry landscape, and I love California landscape too. Okay, dry, desert kind of. I love those things. So yeah, I would on the weekends at night. I would just go there into the forest in Texas by myself, and with the compass and map and do the land navigation. And I wasn't too good at it. I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't too good at it, but I was decent. Okay. Yeah, I would get lost from time to time, but yeah, I was decent at it. Okay. I wouldn't get lost like too far away. Yeah, no cell phone. Okay, just map and compass and flashlight. Okay, so yeah, I love darkness. So yeah, if you ever went on camping or something at night, it's beautiful, right? You see the stars and you look at this dark forest. Beautiful. Sometimes it's kind of scary. Sometimes when you're physically weak or too tired, yeah, sometimes it's scary. But it's a natural instinct because bears or some predators like wolves, yeah, they hunt. Some of them hunt at night. Okay, so it's right to be scared a little bit. Okay, so that's normal. Oh, sometimes you feel like there are some demons. You watch some scary movies, yeah. And there's these images come to you of these monsters and ghosts and scary spirits, right? Yeah, but you should not believe in those demons and spirits. Like, oh, there's this dead person standing in front of me. You should not believe that because that's one of the evil spirit that believe in some belief in those night creatures like scary demons. That's a bad way of thinking. Okay, so do not think they exist. All right, because in humanology, all those evil ideology, they're concept level. So um, we can call it demonism. Okay, demonism, belief in ghost, like belief in this dead people, this figure. Don't You should not believe that. Okay, they are all false. Okay, and it's mentally unhealthy to believe in those ghosts like floating around, or I can see these dead people. Bad. It's one of the evil spirit, evil belief, evil ideology. We call it demonism. Okay, you believe this demon, this figure, dead person, whatever exists. You should not believe in that kind of stuff. Okay, so that belief in those dead people, you can see it, that itself is a bad ideology, evil ideology. Okay, are you following me? I'm not sure. My English is not my first language, so but in Korean, what's happening is I don't have any accent when I speak in Korean. Okay, and I don't speak Korean unless I'm talking to my family members who live in Korea on the phone. Okay, that's the only time I speak Korean. Okay, um, because when I speak Korean, I don't have any accent because I'm native speaker. Korean is my first language. Okay, so but I forgot a lot of vocabularies. So my Korean isn't very good either. Okay, English, yeah, I have better vocabulary because I speak all the time. I studied a lot of stuff. I have better and vocabulary in English, but I have accent, right? But in Korean, I forgot a lot of Korean vocabularies, but I don't have any accent. Okay, that's just being bilingual. Okay, you're sacrificing one language, your first language, in order to be more fluent in second language. Okay. All right. So yeah, darkness. Okay, without light, there is no such a thing as darkness. Okay, there is such a thing as darkness because there is such a thing as light. That's the diversity of light and absence of light. Diversity of black and white. Diversity of light and absence of light, which is darkness. Okay, and also there is no such a thing as light if there is no darkness. It's a contrast. Okay, light and shadow. Just like this whiteboard. All right, we have black and white, right? We have white background and black letter. Like piece of paper, you write something on it, right? Typically, it's black and white, right? Whiteboard and then black pen. Okay, that's kind of the opposite of there's this darkness on the sky at night. You have this black sky, and then you have moon or stars, which is white. Okay, so it's like blackboard on the sky, right? So yeah, that's the beginning stage of the concept of diversity. Okay, God created light. Before that, um, epistemologically or ontologically, it's God created darkness. Before that, God created the concept of space and time. Before that, God created the concept of creation and existence and transcendentality. Something like that, okay? But before that, what? Where God had to exist and God had to be superior to the kind of things that He created, right? Transcendentality, existence, and He should be able to create something, right? So that's why we trace back and back, but there is this wall beyond which we cannot comprehend, and we found three of them so far. You can find some more maybe. So, man, today's Saturday. I had a long week, and but it's still enjoyable. Okay, so it's fun, and yeah, Saturday. So yeah, God created all this light and darkness, and we are still in the object level. Concept of creation, existence, transcendentality, that's more like metaphysical level. Okay, so God created light, space, time. All right, so darkness, all object level. Okay, energy, mass, space, time. Okay. So yeah, God created light. You know, there was something like, was there first day or second day? I don't know. It was good. It was beautiful. Light is beautiful. Okay, so and then God created all the stars and earth and sun, moon, right? And object, object level. Okay, so and then God, I think God created all these plants and then animals and then humans. Okay, and so on. Now, so that's physical level. So God created the entire universe in 7 days, and whether you believe it or not, it's not important. Okay, you don't believe it, that's fine. I don't resent you or anything. Should we take it as a parable, like analogy? Doesn't matter. Okay, who cares what happened in the distant past? All right, it's done. No matter how God created, whatever. Okay, we are here. All right. It's not important, or it's just theoretical debate, just like a debate of other things, like abortion. All right, it's very theoretical debate. Okay, we are here. Our debate about immigration. Okay, yeah, you feel sympathetic about uh, people who get expelled out of this country. Yeah, it's nice of you, but you are here already. Are you a U.S. citizen? But you want open border or more relaxed lax immigration policy. Yeah, it's very theoretical debate, okay? Because you are already here. You are already American citizen. So whether other people come in, you let the President Trump or any administration, they let other people in or not, it doesn't really concern you very much. Abortion, you're already born, okay? You're already here. So whether national policy is about against or for abortion or not, it's very theoretical level of debate. Okay, and or whether to see this single cell organism fetal cell divided by two divided by four, 8. Is that a human being or not? It's very just theoretical debate. Okay, because you're already born. It doesn't concern you very much. Okay. Yeah, you may have a strong opinion about it. It's intellectual entertainment, I guess. Some kind of debate between people. But that's fine. Okay. But don't let it consume you, or don't let it make you hate somebody just because you disagree. Okay. And what else? But in terms of gay marriage, that is something actually I feel more strongly about those things like transgender things because it's about us. It's not some just theoretical thing, but it actually concerns us. Okay, and but let's not get distracted by those issues. Okay, and why? Because male gays AIDS they tend to have more AIDS than other people. We mathematically proved that, right? 35 times more probable than other people. So yeah, it has to do with health and lesbians. Yeah, they tend to have very this ugly lesbian style. They just put it on, put on lesbian style. Okay, so yeah, they just look bad. This lesbianism, male gayism, it's ruining the world. Tattoo pierceism, they make people ugly. Okay, marijuanaism, yeah, they make people less competent because it affects short-term memory negatively. Okay, so um, yeah, so that it's about us, gayism, tattoo pierceism. It's about people around us, Americans who are already here. Okay, unlike the debates of abortion or immigration, no, it actually gayism and tattoo pierceism, marijuanaism, it actually concerns us, people who are already in America. Okay, so yeah, it's story of us. That's why it to me it's more important issue than immigration or abortion. Okay, because it's about people who are outside America, or it's about people who are not born yet. So it's only theoretical stuff. But gayism, transgenderism, or tattoo piercism, marijuanaism, that's about Americans who are already here. Okay, so that's about us. That's why to me it's more important issue. Okay, abortion, immigration, I don't think that's important at all. Right? So it's just theoretical stuff. We don't achieve much, but we it tend to divide us and waste our time. All right. So if I was the president, I wouldn't talk about those things at all. Okay, I would talk about other things. It's just waste of time. Okay, I don't want. I have better things to talk about than that. Okay, I mean better things to do. So, all right. So then we go to the metaphysical level. Okay, but it's been 26 minutes and it's been almost 30 minutes. Let's talk briefly about this special forces training days. So I never made special forces, but I tried, right? But it was very fun. I like training for those things. I would roll left and right on the ground, on the floor, right? All these trainings, the log PT, fun stuff, man. The dog walk. We walk in a squatting position on the ground. Of course, you're not walking on the water, right? Even special forces are not Jesus. Jesus is. Yeah, fun stuff. And then we did rock march. It's more like rock run. We have 50-pound load of rucksack, and then we run miles and miles. Walk and run, walk and run. Okay, yeah, I passed all that physical stuff. Okay, but when it comes to this land navigation, they kind of starved us. So on purpose, because special forces. Okay, so I was hungry, so then they sent us like one by one at night, which is fine with me. But being hungry, and it started to rain, and it got start to get cold, and I didn't want to do it anymore. So I called in. Okay, I gave up. Okay, so yeah, but it's great training. But I just did not want to be starved and still have to walk. I felt so it can't when it got dark. It started to rain. It was cold. It was at night, and I was hungry, and that's why I don't want to do this anymore. So okay, that's why I called them. So so we have 2 more minutes before 30 minutes mark. What I want to tell you is don't presume to know the future. Okay, maybe things are going well right now. Okay, but you have to have multiple contingency plans, layers. Just like you have to be like an onion. You have to have layers of contingency plans, backup plans. Have many backup plans. If A fails, then B. If B fails, then C. If C fails, then D. You should have multiple layers of contingency plans, okay? Do not presume to know the future because that's very arrogant attitude. Arrogant attitude, okay? You have to prepare for the worst, okay? So, yeah, I have multiple backup plans, okay? So, I have this job that I really like. I mean, I don't make much money, but I feel very passionate about this job. It's fun, and but I don't want to do it all the time, of course. And today is Saturday. I could have worked, but I didn't. Maybe just a little bit. I worked a little bit, but mostly today is this recording, rambling. Then I'll do some dancing, singing, and martial arts at home alone. And then, yeah, do other things. And but during the weekdays, yeah, I run. I do weight lifting at home. I run around my neighborhood. Go to work. Okay, so I think I work about 60 hours a week, maybe 50 hours, maybe 40 hours. I don't know, more than 40 hours. That's for sure. But on the weekends I work a little bit. So yeah, maybe 50 hours, sometimes 60 hours, depending on the week. But yeah, but it may, my superiors still love me and I love them and I enjoy the work, but it can change. Okay, so I have backup plans for in case it changes. Okay, because in a year, in 2 years, in a decade, it can change. Things can change. I can change, and my superiors, my bosses, they can change. They may not like me anymore in years, and they may not want me there, or maybe I don't want to be there. Who knows? Those things can happen. Okay, so right now, yeah, I'm very happy. My bosses are happy with me. I'm happy with my work and my colleagues and everything. But that's now. I'm 40 years old. I have experienced many different things, and they say change is the only constant in life. Things change. Okay, so I'm naive enough to predict the future. I'm not naive enough. I'm not too naive to attempt to predict the future. You cannot predict the future. Okay, so that's why you have to have backup plan, contingency plans, and but I'm not. I don't have a life insurance policy. I don't like the concept of life insurance because, well, I don't have wife and kids anyway, so I don't quite need it, right? But life insurance, many people, some, very few, but yeah, some people kill other people to get life insurance policy. I mean, money. But some, I don't know because I don't have life insurance. But I think some insurance policy, life insurance policy, probably preclude that kind of money, where okay, so you are a child and you killed your parents so that you get life insurance money after your parents are dead, after you killed your parent. I'm sure some life insurance policy preclude that kind of awarding the murderer. Okay, in a in the law of wills and estate, wills, trust, and estate law, yeah, we have law that even if you write a will to give everything to your son, for example, and your son kills you, that son gets nothing. Okay, that's a matter of law, right? You just go to prison. That's it. Even if your father wrote a will to leave everything, or in case I die, I give everything to my son, and your son kills you, your son or father, whatever. You got the concept, right? Then court take that money away from you. You cannot get money by killing your father, even if your father wrote a will to leave everything to you. Yeah, the court will not allow you benefiting from murder. Okay, it's just the law. I'm sure life insurance have something like that in their policy too. Okay, so yeah, but still, people kill. Some people kill for to get money from earlier in their life insurance, parents' life insurance. So yeah, I don't like life insurance personal, personally, on a personal level. But if you have it, I don't blame you for that. Okay, yeah, yeah, you wanna take care of people after you're dead. I guess that's normal. But me, personally, I'm very detached person. I don't care if I die. So do I care about other people dying? No, I don't. Because I believe in afterlife. Okay, so if I become the president or somebody, and if they threaten to kill somebody, my friends or my family, it's not gonna have any effect on me because I don't care. Okay. I do care about my friends and families and people that I never met before, but I care about them on a more or less equal level. Okay. I'm a very detached person. Okay. I live by myself, and I'm not a woman. I'm a man. I'm not that social. I'm a lone wolf, lone buck. Okay, so yeah, I care about people, but I want them to live and survive and thrive. But at the same time, when people close to me die, it doesn't affect me very much. Or if they suffer, again, it doesn't affect me very much. Okay, I am sympathetic to their suffering, pain, and life and death, happiness, whatever. I do care, okay, but not very much. Okay, because I'm very individualistic. I'm more like cat person than a dog person. That's why I live by myself, and I love being by myself. Of course, I have dated women before, and I love having a date. I love having a girlfriend. All my past girlfriends, it didn't last very long, maybe several months. But I did enjoy it. They left me. But and there were some other circumstances when we had to just be friends rather than boyfriend and girlfriend. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoy romantic relationship, but at the same time, I enjoy being by myself, and because it's a nice break from. I love people, okay, but what I want is diversity. We love night, we love days, we love darkness, we love light. We want diversity, okay? So quiet time on my own, and because at work, in a grocery, outside my house, yeah, we deal with people, which I enjoy, okay? But I want diversity, okay? I want time on my own where I don't interact with anybody, okay? Yeah, diversity of time, okay? Spending time with other people than spending time with my on my own. Let's take a break, okay? Okay, let's talk about diversity. Okay, more metaphysical level. Actually, we can still talk more about physical level of diversity. Okay, so God created all these creatures, living organisms, cell, single cell, unicellular, monocellular organisms like bacteria, virus. It's kind of halfway between object and plant or animal. Virus is kind of like it can crystallize. Okay, I know biology, alright. So, yeah, virus can crystallize, meaning it can freeze and it can come back to life. Okay, of course, others. So there's some seeds, plant, or even animals who can kind of freeze and then unfreeze and still live. Okay, but virus is kind of like that. Okay, so and so God created all these animals, even snakes. Okay, so there are also poisonous mushrooms. I know them. Okay, and so should you. Poisonous plants like poison hemlock that was once used to kill Socrates. It was the drink that is the poison hemlock juice. Okay, in America there is poison hemlock too, or even in Alaska, there's poison hemlock in the wild, out in the wild, and yeah, I know what it looks like. Okay, so and then yeah, there are a lot of poisonous plants and animals. Yeah, there are bad animals like bears. We love bears, but not when it's charging at me, right? Maybe you like that. A bear charging at me and kill me because maybe you don't like me. Okay. But when it's charging at you, you're not gonna like it, right? So yeah, what do? You kill it, right? So yeah, or bear spray, whatever. Yeah, so I have bear spray, multiple bear sprays. Okay, I've gone, whatever. Yeah, so but there are some nuisance animals. Okay, like vermins or mosquitoes, cockroaches. Okay, like rats in New York City or some big cities. They have these rats. Even in Seoul, in Korea, yeah, they have rats. We don't want them, right? So cockroaches, mosquitoes. God created them. Is it okay if they go all extinct? I think that's totally fine. How about birds who feed on the? Uh, how about fish who feed on the larvae of mosquito? How about birds who feed on the mosquitoes? I think it's okay that they can feed on something else. They can eat something else, some other insects. Okay, we don't need mosquitoes to feed all those other better looking animals, benign animals. Okay. Bottom line, the less mosquitoes there are, the better. Rats, we don't need rats in the city, in big cities. The less that there are rats, the better. It's okay they go extinct. Okay. Rats in the city, we don't want them there. Cockroaches, yeah, it's totally fine that they go extinct. So that's physical level. And metaphysical level, what do you think? Will be the analogy of that. I'm sure you know. Okay. Bad ideologies like criminalism. There's good diversity and bad diversity, and God created them all. All right. So basically, our job as humanologists is to clean up the mess that God created. evils. Maybe we may never be able to eliminate evil. It's one possibility. But second possibility is the Book of Revelation, where we get rid of evil in the world once and for all. That's the Book of Revelation at the end of the Bible. Okay, so we are jumping ahead. We started with Genesis, and we skipped all the stuff in the middle, and then we were going straight to the Book of Revelation, the very last book. So first book is Genesis, then last book is the Book of Revelation. Okay, so yeah, Book of Revelation talks about this utopian world where there is no more evil. Okay, yeah, it'd be nice. Okay, if there is no evil. So but it's one possibility. Okay, another possibility, third possibility is that it just what Friedrich Nietzsche talked about as eternal recurrence. It recurs, it circles. It's kind of like Buddhist concept, Indian, South Asia Indian concept, because Nietzsche was very familiar with this Upanishad, Veda, something League Veda or something. This Indian philosophy, he studied those things. Okay, so he was fascinated. Yeah, so Genesis, then go through all that stuff, and then Book of Revelation, then it just circles around. Okay, and yeah, we talked about before about this Tibetan concept of reincarnation. It's also Buddhist, a branch of Buddhism. Reincarnation, like it's kind of our life. At some stage of our life, we're like a caterpillar. Like you study your bookworm, caterpillar, and then you go to college and you blossom after you graduate from college. You get a great job, get paid well, and you become a butterfly, social butterfly. So bookworm to social butterfly, that kind of thing, right? And then you become a boss. You're like more like a lion. Later in your life, you evolve. Okay, you reincarnate yourself. You're reborn as a brand new species. Okay, so we are combining Christianity of this rebirth, and we are talking about reincarnation of Buddhism. Okay, yeah, that's what humanology is about. It's about combining everything, the human knowledge. Okay, so that's what human science and religion. Okay, so yeah, metaphysical level, they're good. Also, the physical level, there are good and bad diversity. Metaphysical level, there are good and bad diversity. Bad diversity is like criminalism. There are whole diversity of crimes. Okay, it'd be good. It'd be better if there is no crime. It'd be good if there is no crime whatsoever. So zero diversity, no crimes. Okay, the less diversity, the better. Zero diversity, like zero crimes. No murder, no rape, no theft, no nothing. It'd be better if they don't exist at all. Okay. Bad ideologies, okay, like marijuanaism, tattoo piercism, gayism, this LGBT, whatever, QI, whatever, right? The less there are, the better, okay, because they are toxic ideologies. God created all these evil concepts, evil ideologies, isms, okay, ismology, whatever. Yeah, so the less there are, the better. Okay, all these bad things, and because we can do so many different things rather than so it's better if there are no evils. Okay, because it's just waste of time. Okay, so imagine a world in the at the end of Book of Revelation, it's utopian world. There is no more evil in the world, and that should be our goal. That's my goal. Okay. Yeah, I'm still running for president. Okay, on the paper only. I don't do anything like political campaign because I'm just too busy, and I enjoy my work, and I need to take a break from politics. So I don't do anything political except this recording, and like nowadays once a week, twice a week. Okay, um, so yeah, if imagine a world when there is no more crimes, no more evil ideologies. Okay, then what do we do? We study and we invent brand new products and brand new philosophies, music. We work. Yeah, we will still have fun. Okay, there will be still some suffering and pain of labor. Have you ever composed music before? If you are a musician, then I'm sure you have, and I have too. I don't. I sing, but I don't play any instruments. Though I tried to learn guitar and piano, I was not successful. I gave up. Okay, it was too much. But I have written music on computer. I made a movie, right? So all the music in there, I wrote it. Okay, in computer and played in computer. Okay, because I was a computer programmer. Okay, now I have different kind of job, but so when you make a music, it's like this. When you write a music, or do you paint or sculpt? Okay, I studied like Picasso a little bit. Okay, so meaning I kind of replicated what he did. Yeah, I used to paint too. Okay, so if Picasso made this beautiful picture painting, right? And if I modify a little bit, it kind of doesn't look right. Okay. There are many ways they can go wrong, but only one way, or only a few ways that is good. Music, sculpture, fine art is all the same like that. That's what we call artistic refinement. You refine. You do a lot of experiments with music or fine art, painting, sculpture, rhythm, percussion or melody. But it takes time because you try this and that and you find the best possible way. When you make movie, when you edit your movie. Okay, so back in the days it used to be films, and films use silver, precious metal. That's what films like something like 32 millimeter, what is 35 millimeter, and 16 millimeter, 8 millimeter films. Yeah, they are all based on this plastic film and also some silver, some chemical that has to do with silver. Okay. Nowadays, you have this red camera, something like red one, whatever, digital camera. Okay. When I made my movie, I think I used a Panasonic digital camera. It's a semi-professional. Cost me like something like $2,700, which was a big money when I was a computer programmer. Okay, so I had to take on a debt. So yeah, and then I made this footage. I shot, all the scenery and also myself on this digital camera, and then I came back home and on the weekday nights. So I filmed on the weekends. Then on weekday nights, because I was still a computer programmer full time, weekday nights I would come home and edit on computer this footage, digital footage. I would digitize it and then edit using Sony Vegas, I think. This editing software. I like that a lot. Okay, Sony Vega or Vegas, whatever. So yeah, editing same way. Okay, it's just like writing a music or painting a picture. You have to edit, and there's only one or a few ways, and there's so many ways to make it look bad, but only one way or a few ways, very few ways that make it look good, the best. Only one way to make it look the best, make it sound the best. Okay, so you experiment this and that, and then you find that one. It's like treasure hunting. Okay, there are a lot of spaces there, but there's only one spot you can find gold. Only a few spots. Okay, you have to look for it. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of labor, pain and suffering of this labor. We'll still have that in a utopian world, and that's good because now that there is no more crime and evil ideologies that would waste our time, we can focus on productive things, constructive things, and make a better movie, make a better product, make a better song, music, painting, sculpture, whatever. Okay. That's why we don't need crimes or evil ideologies like gayism, tattoo piercism, marijuanaism. We don't need that stuff, okay? Because we have better things to do, okay? So, tattoo piercing, yeah, there's this huge diversity of whatever things that you can tattoo and pierce, but that's bad diversity. It's like you have this cow dung, horse pucky, or human feces, and you're sculpting it. You're making you can create all this sculpture with this stinking dog shit or cat droppings or whatever, but they smell bad. You can make 10,000, 10 million different shapes with all this feces, this dung, this bullshit. Okay, you can sculpt in many different ways. You can paint the wall, making all these millions of different figures, sculptures. Okay, but they all stink. So it's a bad diversity. No matter what you do with a tattoo, whatever color, whatever figure, it's all ugly. It's like all different kinds of sculptures made out of feces, dung, bullshit. Okay. No matter what you do with all these piercings and tattoos and all this LGBTQ whatever, they're all bullshit. They all look bad. They're all ugly and they're all toxic and ugly and destructive. Okay. So not every diversity is a good diversity. That's what I'm trying to tell you. There are bad diversities. All right. So just the fact it's diverse does not mean it is good. Just look at all the crimes. Is there any shortage of diversity in crimes? The bad things that people do? No. It's bad diversity, right? So there are crimes and then there are immoralities. Like tattooism, tattoo piercism, gayism. They are not illegal. They are legal. Marijuanaism. Marijuana, what do? You make oil, CBD, cannabis, whatever, oil. You put it on your skin, you put it in your pizza, you put it on your cookies. You feed your children with this marijuana cookie, and then you smoke marijuana, you drink marijuana. There's all diversity of that, okay? But it's a bad diversity. No matter what you do, it's bad. Okay, you're pregnant, then your fetus will have brain some deficiency because you smoke marijuana and it can cross this blood-brain barrier, right? Meaning any of these psychoactive agents like cigarette, alcohol, marijuana, yeah, anything that can cross the blood-brain barrier here, they can affect your mood. It can cross the barrier between you and your fetus if you are pregnant. Okay, so that's why any psychoactive drugs, it will ruin your child, your fetus, your baby's brain when you're pregnant. Okay, so you should never do those things when you're pregnant. But marijuana, nowadays, marijuanaism is the god of America. Okay, everybody worships marijuana. They never speak against marijuana. It's like the god, the national god of America. Okay, so it has this power, marijuanaism ideology. Okay, so they worship, they bow down to marijuana. Look at Donald J. Trump. Okay, he worships marijuana too. Oh, what did he say? Oh yeah, you just leave it to the states. It's okay. We are not going to enforce federal law. Yeah, let states do their own thing. It's 10th Amendment. Okay, that's Donald J. Trump. Yeah, he worships, he bow down, kneel down to marijuanaism. All right, I don't. Okay, it may prevent me from going anywhere as a politician. I don't care. Okay, I don't have to be a politician. All right, I don't even care if I live or die. I care about nothing except justice, righteousness. That's humanology. Okay, because in Bible, in the book of Revelation, Jesus said to Saint John that obey to death, risk your life. Okay. All right. So I live Christianity. I don't just read Bible. Actually, I do it. Okay. I'm a practicing Christian. Okay. I don't go to churches because I know better than pastors and preachers about Bible, about life, about everything. Okay. I'm in a position of, I'm at the stage of life where I should be teaching rather than learning. I do learn from people. I do. I listen to people, but I have more to teach by now. Because I'm 40 years old, I have learned a lot. It's time to teach for me. But nobody wants to be taught by me, so that's why I'm doing this, okay? Maybe one day, maybe after I'm dead, whatever, right? Maybe go viral, whatnot, whatever. I don't care even, okay? I'm just doing what I can to better humanity, all right? So yeah, marijuana is bad. There's this recent article. Yeah, okay, you give birth to a child and you breastfeeding your child and you smoke marijuana. Yeah, your child will get from your breast milk, the marijuana thing, and he's just a baby. It will affect the brain very badly. Okay, but you don't care. Why? Because marijuana is the god. Everything marijuana is a okay. Marijuana makes everything fine, right? It's an idol, evil ideology, idolatry. We talked about this why people group. Yeah, it's idolatry back in the Old Testament days. Let's take a break, okay? Talking too much. Let's take a break. Okay, well, we're back, and uh, let's do some mathematics, okay? Because we're just waving our hands, we're doing a lot of philosophy, and let's just put some spice in there, okay? Some diversity's sake, okay? Diversity of topics. So, mathematics, huh? Okay. I don't know what mathematics we should be doing now. We already covered a lot of mathematics, okay? And uh, I'm not sure. I'm in the mood of talk about mathematics now. Um, okay, well, easy, something easy would be just our good old friend, the linear algebra, vector calculus. Okay. So there we have this directionality um, and length, the quantity. Directionality of a vector can be thought as quality, and the length of a vector can be thought as a quantity. Okay, this dualism of a vector, quantity versus quality. Direction and you have length, right? Like, are we going into the right direction? But even the directionality itself can be thought as a quantity. Like, let's say this is the right direction. How much do you deviate from the right direction? Is it this angle or this angle? It's like 45 or 70 degrees. Yeah, they're all quantities. Okay, so we can quantify even the quality. Okay, and it has to do a little bit with physics. I'm not a huge fan of quantum physics. They tend to be just purely theoretical and doesn't really contribute much. Just like psychology, right? Psychology have like several centuries of history, but they're not making any progress in there. Zero. Actually, they're making negative progress. It's getting worse and worse. Doesn't illuminate anything about human mentality. Why? What's the evidence of that? Compare the world now and compare the world now and the world centuries ago. We have more mental diseases, okay, not less. All right, so that means to me, psychology is just a bunch of BS, bullshit. Okay, you are not helping. Actually, you're making even more mental diseases. You're perpetuating them, okay, to make money for psychologists, okay, because without people being mentally ill, how can they make money, right? It's a source of income for them. Yeah, they say, oh, yeah, you're gay, okay, you're transgender, okay, just come talk to me for the rest of your life because your life will be miserable. You'll be always depressed, suicidal, because you can never be happy as a gay person. No, that's why they do all this gay activism to get some sense of achievement, but conquest, conquest, world conquest, converting people to gay, more LGBT. Yeah, it's about politics, okay? Sense of control, changing people, just like Christianity is. Okay, it's a religion, all right? Yeah, because ideology is like an animal or plant species. You want to propagate, and it eats people. It's a group ideology called group. The more people, the bigger it gets. Okay, that's the size of a group, the number of people or influence. Okay, so humanology is not that. It's a good concept, good ideology. So we don't really care about money, power, and fame. Okay, we do this because it's the right thing to do, as we believe. Maybe LGBT activists have the same kind of belief. They think it's the right thing to do. It's all about gay people's right. Uh, but in the eyes of humanology, at least my version of humanology, is a toxic ideology. Okay, because we went over that tens of times before, so we're not gonna go over it again. But yeah, so I'm not sure what else we should be talking about today. Maybe we should just call it a day, and I should start dancing and doing martial arts and singing a little bit because it's weekends, and nowadays I only have weekends to do those things. And but I don't want to quite leave this because I really enjoy doing this. Um, is there any mathematics that you can think of that we can apply in humanology? What mathematics are there? Trigonometry, algebra, equations, um, group theory. Because I don't know everything about mathematics. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about this. Okay, there's this human being. Okay, okay, this human being, right? As this person has this whole connected body, and if you injure this one part of small part of body, you got a paper cut, whatever, it affects your entire body. Okay, because if you injure your one part of your body, your neck, your foot, you're disabled. Your entire body is disabled. Okay, because they are interconnected. Now, there's a physical level, metaphysical level. You have this metaphysical body. Okay, metaphysical body. In Christianity, in religious context, we call it spirit, soul. Okay, in humanology, we call it your metaphysical genome or proteome. Okay, your metaphysical configuration. Because you are consist of many ideologies. That's your metaphysical body. Okay, your spirit, your souls, your demons, and your holy spirits, evil spirits, unclean spirits, your values, your belief system. That's your metaphysical body. So, if you are a pro-gayist, you're a straight person, but you advocate for gay activism, you're pro-gayist. But that's only one part of you, all right? And but because that's not your entirety, your pro-gayism is just one part of the value system that you have. You're also a father, a mother. Let's say you are a father. Okay, you have kids, you have wife. You're very pro-family value, so you never commit adultery. Okay, and also you are pro-life. So you are pro-gayist, but you're pro-life. So you're kind of mixed, like everyone else. Okay, so you hate abortion, but you do love gay marriage, transgender bathroom. Okay, but you hate abortion. Okay, that's most Republicans nowadays. Okay, so but if somebody disagree with you, or like me, I hate gay marriage. Okay, or transgender or whatever, LGBT, all that stuff. I'm against it. So I disagree with you, and you feel very offended. You see, it's just one part of your belief system, value system, but your entire mood is now ruined because I disagree with you. Okay, maybe I defeat you in the debate, so I offend you. Your entire mood is ruined. It's just like this. You hurt your foot, one part of your body, but your entire body is now disabled because you cannot run, you cannot swim, just because you hurt your toe, your pinky toe. You cannot walk, you cannot run, you cannot go anywhere. Okay, so or your one little finger, your entire body is disabled. You are not active anymore, so you just stay at home. Okay, until you recover. So, yeah. So and Jesus said something like, if one of your limb make you sin, cut it off. Okay, and because it's better to enter heaven as a disabled person than entering hell with your whole body. Humanology interprets Bible, only in a metaphysical level. Okay, so I mean mostly metaphysical level. So if your ideology, your part of your metaphysical limb, make you sin, then you have to dissociate, unsubscribe, get out of that ideology. Okay, so I'm talking about tattoo piercism, gayism, marijuanaism, all that stuff. Humanology never recommends you to cut off your limb. Okay, so we interpret Jesus' teaching on a metaphysical level, right? And I kind of feel like I should do some mathematics. I just cannot think of any. Okay. Should we call it a day? I don't want to. I want to talk about something, but cannot find any subject matter that would really interest me to talk about. Let's call it a day for now, okay? Because you are just wasting time here. Okay, let me just sing and dance, and maybe tomorrow's Saturday. I mean Sunday. So Labor Day weekend. Oh my goodness, all this time on my own. I don't know. Sing and dance. I just do that, and so let's talk about singing and dancing. Okay, dancing, martial arts. It's about moving your entire body. Okay, being more physically active. Okay, and I don't know. I had very long week, so I'm just blanking out. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize, and I guess we can talk a little bit about this metaphysical war between ideologies. Physical war is between two nations, right? You have back in the days, you have America fighting with Mexico to get California and Arizona and Texas, which used to be Mexican territory. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about that. They kind of connect to metaphysical war between ideologies. Okay, so you have America and Mexico, they're fighting each other, right? Physical war. Metaphysical war is this. Okay, you have North and South Korea, there's physical division. Okay, you have this Korean peninsula, right? And you cut in half, you have this North Korea and South Korea, right? Physical division. Metaphysical division is this. You have America and you have Mexico. They're pro-gayists everywhere, and then there are anti-gayists everywhere. Let's just talk about America, okay? Pro-gays, anti-gays, they're everywhere in every state. Liberals and conservatives, there's no physical border even in one family, even under one roof. There are conservatives and liberals, okay? They coexist. So it's not like North Korea and South Korea. No, it's the left and right, but it's not like there's this borderline. You have left America and right America. No, it's a metaphysical division, metaphysical borderline. But because physically they are all mixed, but metaphysically they are divided. There's the left and right America. Okay. Just light and darkness. We talked about this. If there is no light, there is no darkness. If there is no darkness, there is no light. If there is no left, there's no right. If there's no front, there's no back. If there is no top, there's no bottom. It's all relative. It's okay. It's all diversity. We just need to respect each other. Okay, that's one of my campaign motto: unite the left and the right. I'm not saying you should change yourself. All I'm saying is let's be civil, let's be non-violent, let's be more evolved. Yeah, we disagree, but we can still talk about it. We can still love each other, okay? Like if you're husband and wife, how many times do you agree with each other? You fight all the time, you disagree all the time, okay? That's how it's, but you still love each other, okay? Maybe because you disagree. Maybe because husband and wife are so different. Maybe that's what attracted them. Opposite attracts. So yeah, diversity is good, okay, but in terms of diversity, if we have diversity of race, and that's a good thing. Hispanic is more like amalgamation, this mixture of black, white, and Asian, right? That's Hispanics. We talked about this, right? At first there's Asian in the during the Ice Age. They cross over the Bering Sea from Asia to America. Okay, that's the American Indians, natives, right? Yeah, they went all the way down south, so Mexico, Brazil, Argentina, Peru. Okay, so and then the white people came with the black people, and then they all mixed. Then there's Hispanics, okay? So, beautiful race, beautiful, talented race, Hispanic race. I love Hispanics, okay? But we don't want Hispanics to be the only race in the world. We want blacks, we want whites, we want Asians, okay? We want to preserve that diversity. That's why humanology advocates for same race marriage to preserve the diversity of race. We humanologists, we want white people marry white people, black people marry black people, Asians marry Asians, Arabs marry, Middle Easterns marry Middle Easterns. That's what we want, because to preserve the racial diversity. It's not about hatred, it's about love. We want black people to exist, okay? Every now and then it's okay to have milk coffee that this actor Van Diesel talked about in his short film. Yes, a beautiful analogy. Yeah, black and white, just like Barack Obama. Every now and then it's fine. But an ethnic man should never marry the most beautiful white girls. Okay, like slender, young, fertile white women should be reserved only for white people, white men, eligible, good white men without any genetic defect. Okay. If a white man is like cross-eyed, all this genetic defect, no, then he should not marry the most beautiful white women. If a white man is old like Clint Eastwood, and he doesn't want to have more babies, then he should never marry a young, white, beautiful woman. Okay, because young, beautiful white women, she has very beautiful white gene, Caucasian gene, and beauty gene. Okay, it should be preserved to the next generation, and she should marry an eligible, fertile, healthy white man to preserve that white beauty gene. Okay, I'm kind of biased, yeah, because also African Americans, they are very special too. Okay, they are we have to preserve African Americans because they are very special people. They have musical talents, artistic talents. They are very smart people. They are wise and they're very beautiful people too. African Americans are very special people. I love them. It's because all this music and dancing they created. I'm a huge fan. Okay, so we have to preserve and protect the purity of African Americans. Okay, we cannot dilute that with white people. Okay, we want to preserve pure African American black people, their culture, the soul culture. Okay, this fantastic culture. We want to preserve the purity of that. Okay, and Asians, yeah, I love Asians too, and Arabs, I love them. Hispanics, I love them. I love all diversity. Okay, so let's preserve the diversity. Okay, it's about love, not hatred. All right. What else can we talk about? Not much. I don't really have much to talk about. It's been a long time since I danced and sang and martial arts, so I'm kind of reluctant to do those things because it takes extra energy. Okay, we can talk about Copium channel a little bit. Then we can take a break or we can just end it here. So Copium channel is this downward channel or up downhill or uphill. This Copium channel, okay? Copium channel is either vector or scalar. Um, you can think of it as a one-dimensional vector, which is scalar because it has either positive resistance or negative resistance. Okay, negative resistance is like downhill. Okay, things you do all the time. Yeah, you have, but it kind of moves up and down. Yeah, so it's like one-dimensional vector. Okay, this slope. Okay, is the direction. So copium channel can be thought as a scalar. Okay, one-dimensional vector. Negative 3, you have kind of moderate temptation to do it so because something that is sweet and something that you're used to, you know how to do it. And positive resistance is fairly steep uphill. Okay, so if it's something you do very often, then yeah, you have this. It's something very easy to do. You're used to it. Okay, but it's been a long time, then it goes up. There's this build-ups in the channel, like dirts and your sewage line. Yeah, you have all this hair and whatever, right? Dirts. It kind of builds up the resistance. That's what's happening with me and my dancing routine. It's been a long while, so it's not an uphill. It's not easy for me to overcome. It's an uphill battle. To motivate myself to dance and do martial arts and sing. It's kind of uphill battle for me because it's been a week, so I'm kind of hesitating to do it. But I'm gonna walk the talk and practice what I preach. So I will end the discussion here and I will start dancing. Okay? Do you wanna see me dance? Maybe some other time. Okay? Make me the president, then I will dance for you. Otherwise, you will never see me dance. Okay? Vote for me in 2020. Thank you.